Hello everyone. So this is a tutorial video, and in this video we are going to learn about creating a landing page and a thank you page. So as you must have seen, I have already told you that to create a lead magnet we need all these things. So now we are going to learn how to create a landing page. So there are multiple tools which talks about creating a landing page, but here we are going to talk about a specific tool. That specific tool is swipe pages, which we are using. This is I would say a better and economical version. Otherwise, if you want to create your landing page in ClickFunnels, that is one of the best tool I would say, but again it is very costly as well. Unless and until you create multiple pages in a month, it's not going to be worth for you. So here we are going to talk about creating a landing page. So when you're going to create a landing page, what all things do you need? Number one, here we are going to learn about choosing a creative template for your own. Then you have to start with a headline. Then you have to put a video on the landing page. You have to put a video so that the audience who have already gone to your landing page, they start interacting and they take action, right? Then you have to again move with the sub headline. Then you have to put a form to collect data, a CTA button which should be conversational, and you have to introduce yourself and your company. So that way, again, we have multiple more things, like you have to talk about the secrets, what you're going to give in that particular lead magnet, some testimonials to build credibility. Then you have to create multiple forms with CTA buttons so that people should fill in their data. And you also have to talk about who is this lead magnet for, who is this lead magnet not for, and why you should need this lead magnet for a consumer who is already suffering from some kind of a pain. If you can connect to them by answering to this question, I think that makes a sense. And then FAQs, simple frequently asked questions. So these are few of the elements which you need to incorporate while making a landing page. Now, so these are the elements. Now we need to learn a tool. As I was talking about, there are multiple tools available online, and this internet world is open for all. But we have experimented, we have done, and we are doing all this stuff on a particular tool which we are going to talk about, right? So here let's move on to a particular tool which we call swipe pages. So swipe pages is a very good tool. Again, you need to create an login. Again, like what I told you, if you want to create a new thing like Google, so you have to create an email ID and a password. You have to log in either through login, or you have to put in your email and password so that you sign up. Number one, you have to sign up if you have not made. So let's say we already have an account and we log in through this account. So when you log in through this account, you land on a home page of this particular tool which is called swipe pages. So we already have multiple contents made, but for you to start off, you see there is a blue button on the top right corner which says create new page, right? So this create new page, you have to click in here, and it will ask for a name of your page. So any name which you think is okay for you. Let's say we are putting in the name as lead magnet landing page tutorial, let's say, correct? So we have put in this name. So whatever name you want to choose, and click on choose page type. So the moment you go and click on choose page type, it will ask you what type of page you would like to create. There are three options: AMP, smart page, and mobile slide. Mobile slide is not at all required as of now, and especially for Google search, AMP page is done. So swipe pages recommend smart page. So click on smart page. This is the best thing which you should do. And when you click in here, you go to a template. Now based on your content, there are multiple templates there. Like, see, if you have a SaaS product, or if you have a click-through rate video, you want to have a lead generation email magnet or anything. So there are multiple things as a subject, sub-subject, subtopics, and based on that, you can choose any of the templates which you like. Let's say we are selecting lead magnet. Okay, because we are making lead magnets, the moment you select lead magnet, you will be getting a lot of options, right? So you can start with a blank page, or you can choose any of the templates which is already available there. So let's say you click any of the template, it will be ready to use and ready to edit. So we clicked here, and this is a pre-made template, mind it. So the moment you clicked here, you land on the editing page of this. Now this is a pre-made template, as I said. Now you have multiple things already there. You need to just click and edit. So there are multiple things which are required, and you can start creating. Like, let's say, let's start from the Lexon. Lexon is maybe the logo. So the moment you click it here, you see the left pane. Left pane, there would be an option where you can put your logo. So here, if you see, when you have clicked on here, the logo is shown here. Now you delete it and add your own logo. To add your own logo, you have to click on upload, and you have to upload. You have to go to the file location where you have put your logo, right? So let's say we have multiple logos and we have multiple images already put on this particular library, which is an inbuilt library of site pages. So since we have done a lot of work, we already have a lot of data on this particular library. So we go down and we see that where our logo is kept, right? So the moment you reach there, just select the logo. Right now, let's say we have reached here. Actually, yes, let's say we are selecting this logo and you put it, insert image. So you see the logo is there. So this logo is looking this way. Reason being, we have used a transparent background, right? Now, this is just an illustration. You can put any logo which is, you have made for your company and your landing page or your services. Now let's go to this section. Now you see this section. This entire page has been divided into 2 columns. So the left column, you can see the moment you click on here, you see the editing options are open, right? The image is there, and everything. Similarly, on the right hand side also, you can see this is a separate column where the text are written there. And this entire section, right, the blue background you can see. So the moment you click on the entire section, you can change the background depending on, let's say we have chosen red, yellow, whatever color you want to choose. Just click on the entire background section and you can edit it by changing the color. Now if you want to change the image, again similarly, go to any of the images which you have already put on your library and select whatever image you want, right? So that image would be coming here. See, the background image has been changed, correct? Now let's say you want to edit this image as well. So go and particularly go to this section, click in here, and the moment you click in here, again you will be getting options to choose images, and once you choose the images, this image would be replaced by some another image. So this is as simple, correct? Now if you see, there's so many things which are coming up on your way. So you see here I have just clicked on the image, and the moment you select any of the images, let's say we're selecting go down, yes, yeah, here it is. Let's say we are choosing any of the images, correct? Let's say we have chosen, this is called a mock-up image, so which you have already made for one of our lead magnets. So we selected this, and the moment you select this image is going to be replaced by that particular image which you have already put in your library, right? So the left hand side is done. Now if you want to do any other changes, you can certainly do with the style, color options, images, anything and everything. On the right hand side, let's say there are text written, right? So if you want to edit the text, again double click on the text portion and you'll be able to edit that up as well. So you see, the moment I clicked in here, correct, you can put any data, you can put anything which you like, right? So let's say based on our mockup, we are talking about create your own time. So we put in the text as create your own time, correct? Now similarly, that comes under the heading section. If you go down, there is again a subheading section wherein you can again choose the text depending on your content, correct? So these are as simple as just clicking and editing it, like what I have already told you in Canva as well. So these companies, everybody is making all these tools very user friendly, correct? So it's like, once you start practicing, it will be very easy. And even if you see, it's very easy. So now let's see what's the main headline. Let's say you have selected a main headline, and in this main headline you want to type something. So this is what we have already put in here, correct? So that way you can create any headline, any sub headline, anything you want, right? Now This particular swipe pages have the feature which we are using. This is called Swipe Genie, in which you get an option to again create headline with an AI generator, which is artificial intelligence. So here it is saying that with this tool, whatever we have written was okay from my side, but this is an inbuilt tool, which is an AI tool, which is telling to you to change the topic to this one, because this is obviously since it is generated by an AI tool, obviously the keywords would be better. Similarly, if you go to the subheading, your subheading is again there, and you can choose and edit whatever you want, right? That's it. Now coming to the data section. Now you see there is a section which is saying email. Now you want some more information, so go back to the field section. You see the left hand pane where it is saying to add fields. So when you add fields, go to the left hand section. Let's say you want to add some other field, like you have chosen one particular label, you name it, rename it, like let's say we are putting full name, correct? Then you, if it is mandatory, put this button right hand side, it is saying required. That means there would be a star mark which is saying that you need to fill in. Without filling this form, you cannot move forward, correct? Now similarly, put numbers and label it like phone number. Let's you want to get the phone number of the customer, so put the label and put it as a required mark. So again, without filling in, when the star mark is there, that means you need to, the customer needs to fill in. Without filling in, they cannot move on and they cannot submit, they cannot download. So that is also required. Otherwise, let's say if you don't make it mandatory, anybody can, without putting their name and numbers and contact, they can download. Your purpose is to get this contact details and then you need to give it to them. So as a system, you need to put all this asterisks, which is saying mandatory things, so that you get the required data, and whatever you have promised, you give it to them, right? So on the left hand pane, you can see there are a lot of things. You can align it, you can, like center align, left align, whatever it is. Now coming to the color of the CTA button, you see there is a almost light purple color, but you want people to see that color more prominently. So make it bright color, like let's say we have chosen red. Now along with the form, you can see there is a red download now button, so which is prominently been seen by the customer. Now here also you can change the text, like let's make it conversational, as I'm talking about. Yes, I want this lead magnet, let's say I put in here, so everybody understands what you are trying to say. So you can do all this little juggleries and little editing wherein you are okay. And again, you can put a subtext here as like what we are putting here, 100% free download, right? So the heading, yes, I want this lead magnet, and the subheading, yes, 100% free download. And you can change the size, the shape of the button as well. Let's say this is a round button, it looks pretty. Now depending upon your taste and choice, you can put that. Now if you want to do full width, so if you start, that is what I'm saying, if you start using it, you'll see there are multiple options which are very easy to use, like drop and drag, correct? So you have multiple options, and this multiple options, once you start doing it, again, if you see, as I said, you can choose the font type, correct? Let's say we chosen this particular font, and I find it better, fair. If you want to change it, you want to change the size, you want to make it bold, italics, whatever. So all these things are optional depending upon what you exactly want, right? So that's it. Now as I said, font size, line height, letter spacing, everything is there on the left hand pane for you to you need to select that particular section, go to the left pane and see what exactly you are looking for, and based on that you can do those editings, correct? It's very simple to use. Yes, maybe on the first instant you'll find, maybe you find some, if you're not handy, not in a practice of using all these tools, might go. Anyway, now let's go back, and let's say here also there is an image, you want to change that image. So again, I clicked on that particular image, I went to my library which is already there. If it is not there, you have to upload, go to the upload section. If it is already there, so go to my images and select that, correct? So you selected whatever image you want. So this is what I selected for my image. Then if you want to again change the width, the length and height, everything is there. So let's say we have changed the width. Now you see, now the picture is a little bigger. So this is how it looks. So based on your again, as I said, based on your choice, your theme, you have to select all this. Correct? You have lot many options on the left pane to do these editings. Let's say you want to put some other things here. Correct? Or anywhere you want. And let's say now we are going to some other part of this particular page wherein it says that okay, fine, you are done. Now you want to save this. So click on the right hand top button which is saying save. So there are two options you can see, save and publish. So as of now you have just saved your content which you have edited. It's not going to go anywhere, but it is not published. What do you mean by published and not published? When you publish, you get an URL, you get a link, so that with that link anybody can open that. As of now it is not published, so you will not be getting any link for that. But here, once it is saved, that means you have already saved the content which you have already created on this particular page, right? Okay. Now, if you see, we have already covered almost the basic structure of creating a page under swipe page, right? So here, now this is again one more thing where you need to understand that when you click on this button, download button, it has to be redirected to a URL because you are going to give something to download. Now, the moment somebody is clicking on here, you have to give a content, right? So that content should be linked to that button. So here we are going to link that particular content. Let's say we are creating this one, just for the sake of example, right? So this content is already created and the link for this content, we are linking there within that particular button, behind that button I would say, right? So here the redirect URL we have put in, correct? So the moment, and we'll save that. So the moment somebody is clicking, yes, I want the lead magnet, it will be automatically redirecting to the particular link where they can download that content. You get that, right? So every download button is going to be linked with one URL. Now there is an option of connecting your domain, right? So like by default, this swipe pages will create its own domain, which is as you can see DMQU, something like that. So if you don't have your domain, then you have to go with that. If you have a domain, you can change your domain and you can put a slug here. Slug means the backend thing which you want to remember, right? So by default, this thing you cannot change. If you have your domain, let's say we already have our domain. So we have our domain and we have linked this domain to the swipe page, right? So the link says, the domain says https://alokkumar.thebusinessutopia and /lead magnet. So this is a particular URL which has been created, right, for this particular page, right? So now once you have published, so that particular link, with that link you can see what you have done and anybody can see the link. Anybody can see this page with that particular link after publishing. Mind it, if you have not yet published, that means you will not be able to create that particular link. And if you are not able to create that link, obviously nobody is going to click on it. So here the first thing is you have to save, and the second thing is you have to publish. The moment you publish, that URL would be like, universal, and anybody and everybody can access that particular page with that particular link, right? So here we have now published our particular page, right? Now even after publishing, you can do the editing. There is no limit to it. Even after publishing, mind it, even after publishing, you can edit things. It's not that you have published and you cannot do that. So anytime before publishing or after publishing, you can edit this page anytime, right? So now you have already published it and you can see there is a link created here, and you can see we have already shown that this is what we have done, correct? So this link is there. Now with this link, anybody can see. So you can see that this particular section is very easy to use, and we have made multiple landing pages till now. You can see the lot of data here. So this is one of the examples which you've already created as a page with the same tool which we are teaching you, right? So it's as simple as that. So for you also, it's going to be very simple the moment you start working on it. So this is one of the videos on the main page, the landing page, which we have talked about. So this video is going to ask the audience to take action, right? Then we are talking about, And again, there are options to put this video. You have to, you can put a YouTube link, or you can, put any other Vimeo link or something like that, right? Or if you want to put an image, you can select and put an image here. So many things are possible, correct? So with all these modules and the options, editing options available, you can see. So this is again one of the templates which is being used. So go to this particular section, add section, and change the video URL link. So video URL link, you can use YouTube or Vimeo link here. That makes things simpler for you. Now if you see, we are going to, again, as I said, this is one of the lead magnets which you already created, the pages we have already created, and you have multiple options again, as I'm saying. So this is already a made page which we are just editing to show you what are possibilities are there for you also to do. So like say, we have already said, yes, I want my slot booked, correct? So similarly, the moment you click in here, you go to the left pane and you see your options to again change the font size, colors and everything, correct? And if everything is done, you can go back to the dashboard wherein you can see how this page is looking, correct? So this is what a normal construction of a landing page works, and the tools are very simple. You just need to keep on doing this editing by dropping and dragging. That's it in this video. I hope you have understood. See, the more you try and take your hands-on experience on this, the more you'll be able to get that. That's in this video. Let's talk about some other tool in my next video. Stay connected. We are going to see you and teach you more. Goodbye.